Welcome back. It's your boy, Big Fgkobi the Greatest. We're gonna watch a video. We're gonna watch a video. Hold on. African versus Black American women. Oh, this is the women. Okay, we're gonna see what they talking about. Shout out to all Black women around the world, but bang, we're gonna see what they're talking about. Look at it. Jump ahead.
I was born in Nigeria before I moved to the United States, and
One.
Production.
Okay, anyone can share. Anyone who feels strongly about that.
More than the insurance offer.
Let's get
$26
it.
million in Philadelphia. In New York, that's some less legal help. Protect people
and face
right.
For the people.
The first prompt is African women face more social and family pressure to marry than African American women. 3, 2, 1.
In what country? They're just talking broad as hell. What country? Like, what country we talking about? America or the continent of Africa? You got a whole different continent with multiple different countries of women versus one country of women. What country? I agree.
Okay, anyone can share. Anyone who feels strongly about this can share.
it's definitely more pressure over here. Because it's like, once you're done with college, why are you single? Like, you have one job, get that degree and get married. 2 jobs. But the main one is get married. Okay. You can skip the degree if you need to.
I also feel like the way that we're raised,
these
too,
American babes.
I feel like they're simultaneously raising us to become wives as well, to learn how to be a homemaker, you know? So it's that plus also focusing on your studies. As soon as that's done and out the way, the career is built. Where's your husband?
Where's your husband? Where is your husband? But yet you're not allowed to date.
Exactly.
You can't date.
Exactly. Yeah.
But you're supposed to be married by the time you're done with school.
Make it make sense.
That's the story.
Excuse me, did you say that you cannot date?
I mean,
it's not encouraged.
Let me explain. Let me explain, especially for like the Nigerian culture,
Ah,
right?
Nigerian.
I feel like we're
They
very
gotta say what
heavy
country.
in religion. So all
They
that
can't
sex
get
outside
throw
of
all
marriage,
Africa
all of that,
together. I
they
don't know
kind
why
of
they do
frown
that.
down. They look down on it. So they want you to like focus on your studies. Don't talk to boys, though. You hear your point, like, don't talk to boys. Focus on your studies. But they expect you to still be married by the time you're done with your degree. So it's like the pressure for us is, I think, especially when you're a girl or a woman, it's so strict. Like, you gotta be married before 30.
Black American women, they mainly
There's an unspoken pressure. I mean, life is changing now. Times are changing, but I feel like it's still there. I mean, by the time you look at 25, everybody married.
I feel like in my family specifically, like the women in my family had children very young. So
it's Black American. I don't know why they keep forcing that African label. It's Black American.
They actually discourage me from any of that. They say, I would rather you live your life and go towards your career.
Exactly.
And if you like find that, that's cool. I don't really get pressured about it. I mean, I get teased like, you got a boyfriend, or you know.
They don't pressure them, but they always bother.
Why aren't you married?
The funny thing is, for the come to American Black, they don't get pressure about getting married, but they constantly get bothered about getting married. They would not teach them to get married, but at the same time, they would constantly tell them, where your husband, where your boyfriend, you got someone yet? That's ironic. I don't want to say ironic, but it's kind of crazy.
Right.
You know, so interesting.
I can say the same for me, like coming from what I call a Black family in America. Like, nobody's really pressing you about getting married. They're just making sure, like, don't bring no knucklehead over here. So, and they really do press like going to college, going to get a career, like being successful on your own. And my aunties are always saying, have that money in your back pocket because you can't trust no man kind of idea, which is sad. I kind of think that it's more valuable, kind of what you talked about. It's like, oh, we're teaching you how to be a wife and we're valuing marriage.
They should teach them how to be a wife. That's what the American women miss.
Although I think the pressure might be a little bit too much, I think it's nice to know that the core foundation is family, because I think that's what makes someone successful.
Exactly. Family is the most important.
Having a strong family unit.
Oh my gosh, that's good.
Yes, that's beautiful.
Good.
I also think marriage in Africa is looked at as prestige.
It's not a Nigerian. That's all I'm saying. They can't just say Africa because it's not a Nigerian. I could tell.
Yeah.
It's a privilege. And everyone in the community, for you to be married is looked at as success. And here it's not, in America it's different, because people encourage you to live your life, to just see how things are, test the waters.
But if you are married, in Africa, are the marriages successful? Like, is there a high rate of divorce like it is in the U.S.?
It's definitely high. I ain't gonna hold you.
Okay.
You guys, we're all from different parts of Africa.
Right.
So I'm not gonna speak for everybody, but like, it's still high
from different
in
parts of Africa.
Nigeria. The thing is that people.
That's what I'm saying. You can't just throw people out. The Africans, it's different cultures, different things going on in different countries. I don't like when they just throw all the Africans together. Like it's very complicated. They rarely divide the countries, even though they do the other places, but they rarely divide the countries. And
people are not
really
legally fighting.
Specific country talking detail.
They're leaving. They're leaving separate lives.
They carry on.
The man will go and marry another wife.
Like, that's what I.
They're not. It's not registered, but they're not together.
Okay, because there's strict rules. It's like if you're married, then you're married, and you cannot marry another woman because that would be, like in the States, they can't,
that's the
run
thing,
around
like
and do that.
Different cultures allow it.
Exactly.
But I was going to say, even from your culture, you said that your moms, are teaching you how to be wives and how to keep a good house. In the U.S., as a little girl, you're raised that way too. Your parents are my mom anyway, and especially
there's an older woman nowadays. They is not raising their daughters to be wives, and same with the sons. But they don't raise boys to be husbands as well. But a boy will get taught what a woman wants, so he will be more. He will understand what the opposite gender want more than the little girl would.
From the South.
But both of them don't get trained, the boys and the girls.
They're teaching you how to cook. Absolutely. Number one, clean.
Absolutely.
Do that laundry and work. Okay. See, so it's not like that's they doing that in Africa. They do everything she just listed. She's saying they doing all that in Africa. They doing everything, cook, clean, and working in Africa. So it's not a big we got so much to do. It's just different styles of society. You got to work differently, probably do different, just different. Get this husband,
different system.
Then you're gonna live this life of luxury. It's like no. You're going to have this career as well, and kids.
Yes, and kids.
So it's all loaded. Our society puts that on you too, and looks at women like, I'm not going to say today, because right now, this is 2025. So things are changing.
This whole video.
But I'm going to say let's say in the 60s, in the 70s,
months ago. Okay.
And even in the 80s, they're like, even if you went to college, well, you haven't found a prospect for a husband? Well, what are you going to do? And now I believe women now are just like, I don't need a husband.
Yeah, I'm glad she did.
I just want to add to something my sister said on this end, right? You talked about status and how marriage elevates your status in Africa. It's when you're here.
Marriage elevate your status for a man or a woman, not just man.
In America, you can be single and still, if you might hear commentary and it's not that deep.
Right.
The way life is in Nigeria, I'm telling you, when you enter certain rooms with a man, you can feel the difference. Your respect level is different. People listen to you more. It's still a man. It's really heavy on being a man's world. So women a lot of the times are looking for husbands for protection, for security, for that financial stability. It's the economy, the way the whole country is set up, that man is there to give you a softer, better life. It might not be the case behind closed doors, but outside to the public, to everybody else, you have that leader and that protection. It's just that you feel it instantly. I was just in Nigeria last year. I went for business. Nobody cared that I was a businesswoman coming there for what I was doing. Because anytime I went somewhere, they would take longer to bring my food. The difference was clear when my male friends were with me, where it was like, guy, bring that food now. 10 minutes, food is at the table.
They insert dominance. Y'all just don't do it. It's a man making a man world because we gonna assert our presence. Y'all come in easy. No, nigga, what my shit at? Yeah, we assert our presence. So it's more. We assert our presence. Y'all just come in more. Let shit fly.
When I'm there, I gotta wait till the waiter. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not that when I go to Nigeria and I'm with a man, I don't even look at a bill. Like it's different. Like you feel the society leaning towards like, oh, you're on a higher rank because you have this man.
Yeah.
And God help you, let him have some money.
Right.
You really saw.
And I think even too, like the prevalence of like arranged marriages in your guys' culture, like that in and of itself signifies like the importance of marriage for like African American women. Like personally for me, my mom is Japanese, my dad is African American. Like even though he did definitely press like, okay, where's your husband? He's not sitting here like trying to actually find me a husband, you know? So yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I haven't heard a lot from you.
Yeah, I mean, I put no because I didn't grow up in very strict African household, and that's like not very common as an African person. But yeah, like it was more so like, you know, do your studies. If you want to date.
And the next prompt is, I would date a man from the other community. 3, 2, 1.
I don't care about this question.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you date a man who is African American?
Well, I say that now that I'm dating a man from my country. It was never like something that I didn't want, but now that like I'm with him, I see the blessed.
Natural hair is more embraced in Africa than in America. 3, 2, 1. Natural hair. Okay.
So natural hair, I feel like yes, they love natural hair in Africa, but things are changing. A lot of people, and mostly the young people, are watching social media. They're watching you guys. So a lot of people are rebelling that whenever you go, like even when I was at campus at my country, like 5 years ago, it was at university. It's a privilege that if people see you putting on like a wig, like very long up to like here, you look more nice, you know. So it makes you like stand out more, and people look at you differently than having your natural hair. So it's like it's running out. It's becoming like a thing of like yesterday. And here people are embracing African more natural hair. Here more. So it's just a thing that is changing.
From a different country from the other one. So
when I did my big chop when I was in 7th grade, literally people were telling me like natural hair isn't for everybody, and like you should get a perm, you should straighten your hair. Like people always like, oh, you should straighten your hair, it would be so pretty. And I kind of hate that comment. But yeah, it was just wasn't that embraced. I'm from the South, so I was the first woman like in my grade to like do the big chop. I think when I became like around senior year, that's when other girls started doing the big chop. And then I was like, interesting. But it was sort of like it took a while to get there. And I think it's still like if you don't have a certain hair texture, or if you don't like wear braids all the time, I don't know. It's just, I don't know. People don't really
fully accept.
Yeah. Identify, I guess.
But now it's accepted. They've even created a law, you know, because people were getting fired.
Yeah.
Black women were getting fired if they came with braids. They were like, it's unacceptable. It doesn't look professional for you to have your hair, you know, natural style or in braids. Or in school. You know, they were doing this whole thing. But now it's like, you should embrace everybody's culture, and that's why they fought so hard for it. So now anything goes.
But in Africa, do you feel like the women are having more pressure to move away from their natural hair? I think you kind of spoke to that because of social media and watching.
Yes.
Do you think watching African American women specifically, or watching just American women?
I feel like watching just America or like just social media, just giving them that pressure that they have to look at certain
You got no confidence in your
Africans here in America. Do you believe that? Do you have that same pressure once you're in America?
No.
Okay.
Because I feel like
the Africans in America versus the Africans in Africa versus the African Americans. You see how confusing that is? The Africans in America, that make no sense, bro.
Once you're here, the first maybe like 2 years, you try to blend in, but at maybe like the third year, you get tired of it all, and then you just start putting a wrap on your hair, on your head, or just moving with your natural hair.
Okay.
So I definitely agree with what she's saying for sure. Like now, especially in Nigeria, everybody's doing those lace front. Like it's just, and it's
late.
more of like
it's late.
Like the more
late to the party,
silkier it is, the more expensive. People are spending the rent on their weaves. Like the pressure to keep up with the love and hip hop ladies here in America is crazy. Back in Nigeria, like it's a lot. So do they look down on you if you have your natural hair? No, but to be in, I would say like to just kind of be in certain rooms, I guess, just to stand out. Nobody's gonna look down on you, but you just would be looking. Everything is about money. You want to look expensive, get the long weave. So that's just what it is.
Go ahead.
Sorry, but I just wanted to say like the rapper aesthetic or the rapper baby mama aesthetic, like she said with the love and hip hop, or like how Nicki Minaj has a long like all the way
bust down.
Her legs. Yeah. I think that kind of did popularize it and like make it sort of like you said, a status symbol.
It's a status symbol.
Yeah. Especially with colors.
We still doing our braids fresh in Africa, so we're good on braids. But you know, the weddings, everybody got the 360s. How you call it?
But I also feel like, specifically in my country, it doesn't matter. Like I could go to work with cornrows. I could go to work.
This is embarrassing.
With a wig, I could go to work with a head wrap. I can even show up to a wedding like that, and that's fine. So I feel like back home, I feel like it would be more accepted for you to just come as you are, whether it looks good or not here in America. I just like how relaxed it is, you know?
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because
I love that because we do a lot of head wraps back home, so you can get away. I can't come to work with no gilly on my head.
Literally, you don't have to do too much, and I feel like that's even more beautiful.
Yes.
You know, when you just come as you are, come as how you're comfortable today. You know, so
yeah. I was gonna say because growing up, I grew up in Africa, and hair-wise, it was a lot of like do your braids. It was more affordable, I would say, to do my hair in Africa.
Yes.
Okay. And the next prompt is: colorism affects us equally, whether in Africa or in America.
Yes.
3, 2, 1.
I say yeah.
Okay. On to the next prompt. Racism is the main cause of poverty in the Black community. 3, 2.
Black community? What is we talking about? African American or Black?
Look at her. She said, I can't
sorry.
Which one is it?
I'm in the middle.
Okay, you got to pick.
Okay, I'm gonna do this thing.
Okay. All right. So anyone can speak on this. Whoever feels very strongly about this.
I think things like credit score, being like I said, getting into certain communities.
African or Black community? I'm confused right now.
There's a ceiling that if you, for one, it's
African
like
American or Black.
if business is always based on networking.
They could be innocent.
And people who have like a monopoly, like things that are like prior experience or expertise, especially like if a small business or mom and pop wanted to get hurdles to jump over, their ethic, those things don't necessarily determine success, because especially like before, like when we had like segregated places where, you know, they would target those areas, or they would
who are the gatekeepers? Of course, they're going to design everything for them. So if you are not one of them, then your mindset is always trying to claw to be like them instead of
a grip. Their great granddaddy was a prop master, going all the way back to the 1920s when Fox was first built. And I'm only using them as an example, but all these different studios, there's all these different connections. So there is kind of like
it better, you know, it's like I'm gonna make it better, and I'm gonna do something today to make it better. So
I want to ask this just to the group. It's just like I have this question. You don't have to raise your pads. Who here feels like we're overly obsessed with race in America?
Oh yeah.
I say so.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's the whole story of the country.
because it controls everything.
Yeah, it does.
It does. Whether they fucking first like the tidy, they fuck you. All built on that.
The average African American man, but they have, and it looks so different. Strong in Africa, different parts of West Africa, and they had a very strong confidence. They were wealthy. They had good lives there, and they came to America,
it.
and they still carry that confidence with them here. And it looked so different to me than like the average African American man. But they had their confidence from where they came from. They didn't feel like they were inferior. But when they came here, they were told they were inferior. But because they had such a strong sense of self from where they came from, it was hard to break their mentality to make them feel different.
It's very quick to bounce back to when you get broken here. It's very quick to bounce back because you've been through a lot, you know, like more stuff, harder stuff than this, but just in a different way.
On to the next prompt. I've felt judged by the other community before.
Yeah, okay, that's the video. It's smooth. It just looks someone post. Ain't nothing crazy. They were just talking to. I'm gonna post more. See you later. I'm out.